Good morning, Cowboy Jim here. Thank you so very, very, very much. We finally hit 1,000 subscribers. I just really am so appreciative, so thankful that you have allowed us to hit that number. It's a number, but it's a good number. It's a lot better. It's been since May 9th, I guess, was when I did my first video. And well, it was pretty rough. And I'd like to say I've really learned a lot. Well, I have learned a lot since the first video. I'm not sure that it shows that much, but that's okay. Because I have no background noise right now. And boy, when I do a video that I can't get to sleep, I just get up, I just walk out, I turn that video on, I look at it, and I realize that's why I can't. It's there. Something in the video is not right. It's not proper. It's not decent, and I delete it. Just simple. And but at the same time, in spite of the number that I've deleted, I did 2 last night. I couldn't sleep, and boy, I have always been able to sleep, and so when I can't sleep, I kind of just take a look at the video I finished or just posted, and if I don't like it, I'll take it down, and that for me is very good. So, listen, thank you. I mean, thank you. I have a niggle of a thought in the back of my mind. And it actually just kind of settled into that vacuous place just a moment ago. And I did one truly bona fide commercial this past summer. It was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. I ended up doing that video, a commercial video. I probably had done it 3 times before I got it whittled down to 1 minute and 5 seconds. I was shooting for 60 seconds or 58 or 50, something like that, because I don't know anything about doing videos. I had been filmed once prior to the first time this past spring, last spring, for the first time in doing a video. That was the second time, might have been the 3rd time in my life. My cousin John, he is a wonderful cousin of mine, and we were attacked by a mountain lion. Well, he made a short video. He missed the mountain lion. Like, I mean, thank God I didn't, or one of us surely would have been killed. No doubt of it. Possibly, probably both of us. But he did a video, and I was allowed to be myself on the video. I've done some background acting. It shouldn't be called acting. I've done some background stuff where you sit or you stand or you walk or whatever. And acting to me would be very, very easy if you were acting out who and what you are. So you wouldn't have to take on a persona, a personality. You would just walk in your own. And if you don't walk in your own, It does not appear to be real. I'm sorry, children. If I pretend through the use of the English language to be some educated person when I am not, you will see that. I use the English language to the full. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is this. I was going to say I loved, but no, I really liked Shakespeare. I really did. I really liked the idea of being a wordsmith. Shall we say a word artist? You will remember, oh dear God, I hope you remember. I hope you never forget that picture that I painted with words of the lady that, may or may not have been an abused child. It's very critical for her, but I picked an appearance, and I went with that appearance. It was not hard. Most beautiful woman in the world that I ever personally met. Again, the best, the most beautiful. And so I had the privilege of meeting her, only spoke to her a couple of times and that sort of thing. And with grave regret, I wished I had been in, I wish my mind had been in a better place at the time, because I'd still be sitting talking with that lady. But I painted that word picture because in my heart, I believe a person should be able to make a drawing and or a painting, to take cumulative thought, a multi-number of little pictures and draw them together into a cohesive picture of what the wordsmith, get that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can rent equipment. Oh, you would be shocked. I mean, I am not great. I am not good, but I am as good as I can be at this juncture. And that's the same with my desire to use words, to draw pictures in order to touch hearts, in order to reach from my limited perspective and reach deeply into your heart and touch your heart, and to take and do as much as I can to enhance you, to build you up. Oh, children, I have to be so careful that I do not get too much of myself mixed in here when I'm doing a video. Audio is not good. I have a couple of concrete pictures in my mind. That lady sitting in the corner somewhat, arms folded across her knees drawn up, fetal position, sitting upright, head on her arms, and tears. I have another picture. Listen, children. That picture touches my heart, and it inspires this old this Irish rancher's imagination. It's not vain. But it's active. The other memory that I have a very, very hard time with is the young man who chose to try to cause me to fight him at work in a mine in the north with a good company. I had worked for that company 2.5 years. But that young man had tried diligently to scam me, uh, literally to steal my son's and my grandson's inheritance from them, from me. And my magnitude of feeling surfaced in independent grocers. Now, I knew that young man was out to get me, and this is where I failed the company I was working with for. I did not tell anyone except possibly a few friends that that man who assaulted me, who was charged, who has delayed his court date from I think September to the 12th of something in December. Perhaps it might have been, whatever, it doesn't matter. And his, hopefully his final court date is coming up on the 26th, and here in Fort Mac. And when he walked up to me in independent grocers, I didn't see him coming until the very last second. By the way, he did get fired. That company that we both worked for did fire him because he was caught on video. And so I had told the Lord, I said, look, please don't let him punch me. Because if he punches me and I see that punch coming and it's going to hit me in the face, I will drop him before that punch gets to me, and or very shortly thereafter. And I said, I cannot fight back, because if I fight back, I will lose my job. And somehow God enabled me not to fight back. But here's where the Irish bad attitude that I have comes into play. And it is in this. At Independent Grocers, he walked up to me. I saw him at the last second. I spun. I was ready to fight. I didn't say a word. Didn't have to. Didn't make a gesture. Didn't have to. He said, I've often wondered if Independent Grocers could possibly ever have had that on video. He said, if you ever, oh, he had big feeling, but I'm not going to use big feeling, because I'll get worked up. Okay. So I will try to speak in a bland sort of manner. Oh, I so enjoyed my years reading the Webster's Dictionary and my old King James Bible. You have no idea. Not because it allows me to be something that I'm not, but rather because it allows me to use the mind that God gave me in order to help me to learn, mature, grow, to educate myself through what I listen to and what I watch and what I read. Now, boy, that was a lot of words. You see, I have to work on that. I have to start speaking quickly, very hard. A young man walked up. He said, if you dare tell anyone the things that I have done to you, that's an admission. He said, I will have you know. Oh, that is also a threat. Another threat's coming up. He said, I will have you know there will be serious repercussions. Now listen. That's the threat. That is what is called illegal. Unless the legal system feels that a 5'6", I always say half, but boy, I shrunk. I'm 5'6". I am now 167, 168. I have lost 30 pounds, possibly 34, 35, since a lot of stuff happened in the mine with that man. The only reason, I believe, the only reason that man would not um, um, have been charged with uttering a threat is one of two reasons. One, I'm not believed. Two, if the RCMP deemed that I was not a worthy witness, one. Two, if the RCMP, and well, they may just, I have the deepest of respect for the RCMP. You have no idea. None. No idea at all. But I do respect them. That's how I was raised. That's how I was taught. That's how I grew up. It was like if you received the strap at school under the authority of the teacher, you went home. You got it again. Because parents back then supported discipline, not abuse, discipline. Because children were to accord respect. That's how I was raised. And that's how I hope to continue. Listen, we're getting down to it. Anyways, I did have the privilege of speaking to one officer, and he said, "Jim, what did you say to that young man when he spoke to you in Independent Grocers?" I said, "I can't." It was a recording. I said, "Well, I can't say that." He said, "Oh, Jim, you have to." Then I said, "You got to be kidding." He said, "No." I said, "It wasn't polite." He said, "Jim," oh, he was laughing under his mask. Like I could see that. Oh, gee. Well, I told him what I had told to that young man, and it was not possible for him to do. Get that? Anyways, the young man who assaulted me, who was charged, who I don't know how he could ever not plead guilty. I mean, they got him on video and everything. His name is Kyle Smith. Anyways, that's pretty public knowledge. Courtrooms are held nowadays on laptops. Okay. But people do get to know. I think that's just okay. God bless you, and thank you again for the privilege and the honor. Listen, thank you again for the privilege and the honor that you have accorded me, that you have watched my stuff. Remember the baby children? Don't let their lives be wasted in terms of perhaps through just pressing charges once, as I pressed charges against that 34-year-old man who emanated. It wasn't a have a good day, trust me. But if you and I can make a tiny bit of difference and influence someone, an abuser. If you are an abuser, turn yourself in. Do something. Yes, ask God to forgive you. but do something to rectify, take responsibility. If you know of some child who is being used and abused, please, please, people, don't set that child's life existence aside because it's someone you know who is abusing them. It doesn't matter. An abuser, like that young man in independent grocers, an abuser will continue until someone says, it's enough, sonny. It's enough, lady. It's enough. Ladies don't often abuse children, but there have been, and they do, and that's the way it is. Protect the children. Protect your children. Protect your neighbor's children. The children of this world have gone through enough because God has given people freedom of choice. Because if he didn't, we would be robots. But children pay a heavy price for that. God bless you. God bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you. Oh, thank you. God bless.